Uja, Ubin thank you for tuning in. We're going to get started in just a moment. Oops. Should have expected that to happen already. All right. All right, well, good rising, great awakenings. Welcome to tonight's presentation of Cosmic Chimes and Chanting, brought to you from Osmotici Temple of Divine Light Healing and Sweet Sounds. And we are here tonight in honor of the current celestial event that started on August 14th, the solar Saturn opposition, also known as conjunction. And that is the occurrence where the sun is in sidereal Leo and Saturn is in sidereal Capricorn. And so that means that they're both in the signs where they're exalted, where they're ruling planet. So it's very auspicious, and I had some really unusual events happening during that time, and I didn't even know about it until, the whole thing had blown up. And then that's when I decided to come on here and do this live stream. I haven't done a Cosmic Chimes and Chanting live stream in a while because I had become, what's the word? I was just no longer inspired to follow the lunar calendar, and I was putting out announcements and reminders and replays, and it just felt like I was on the phone or the computer all the time. So I said, I'm just gonna take a break from the lunar calendar and then see what rhythm is right for me. And so if you've been following my work for a while, I talk about the symbol for retrograde is the same as the symbol for a remedy or a prescription. And so these transmissions are like remedies. That light is just too bright. That's why I was pausing. Just get that. This is in my eyes. A little too much. I think that's better. Yeah, that's better. Okay. Yeah, so that's why I decided to do this presentation, because of this solar Saturn opposition. And I was talking about how I was not wanting to do the lunar calendar anymore, and I wanted these sessions to be more of like a remedy rather than a clock. If there's an issue or something comes up, let's address it. So I'm really excited about tonight's presentation. And if there's time, after we do the solar Saturn opposition, we'll do the retrogrades. All right, so let's begin like we usually do with the grounding. Oh, I don't know what that was for. I think the light is still too bright. Encourage your viewers to share. I don't know what that was for. Oh, I didn't even know you could do that. Oops. See the comments speak like that. Wow, that's a game changer. Okay. So I have this wonderful singing bowl that's tuned, hear my echo, that's tuned to the root chakra, or also to the note of C. And when we're opening things up, we go counterclockwise to remove blockages and toxins. And when we are sealing things up, we're going to go clockwise, and we're moving things and moving the energy down to manifest. So I'm going to go counterclockwise. I'm just going to chant a few ohms. You can tune in. So, a little bit. Oh, so a little bit of discussion about an opposition, and I have a little web page about it at lightbeingwellness.com/solar Saturn opposition. So I'm just smudging these chimes. Forgot to do the bowl. Do it anyway. And so let's go over there. Talk a little bit about opposition. I thought I had it already pulled up. Oops. Let's see here. Solar Saturn opposition. Oops. Oh dear. Solar Saturn opposition. All right, just 1 minute, please. Let's see here. Okay, here we go. So from the website astrology.com, there's this description of when Saturn and the Sun are in opposition. Your effectiveness and your recent performance will be under the spotlight, as well as the usefulness of the life structure you have been utilizing. When the transiting Sun forms an opposition with your natal Saturn, you may need to shed, temper, rebalance, or let go of elements that have become a limitation. You may also realize situations in which you need to erect stronger personal boundaries with others. In some cases, you may need to remove yourself from negative relational dynamics. If you are critiqued by an authority figure, do your best to find something constructive within that feedback. Excuse me. Still detoxing. Within the feedback to make improvements and effective modifications. This is not the time to become mired in self-doubt or insecurity. Be careful to not become overly harsh on yourself today. Maintaining compassion and acceptance for yourself is important, so you do not become dragged down by excessive self-criticism. It will feel natural today to evaluate your own development. It is vital to do so in a way that increases clarity and helps you make impactful changes for your future. So this particular alignment with the Sun and Saturn in opposition will be in effect until October. So it's not just one day that we have to work on this, but this whole, what is that, August, September, October. It's 2 months. August, yeah, 2 months. So I'm really excited about this. On the 14th and the 15th, which is when this alignment took place, I had a lot of crazy things going on. So without further ado, let us get on with the transmission. So we have the tone for the Sun, Ra, and the tone for Saturn, Geb. And the Sun is in Sidereal Leo, or Dua Sakmat, Dua Ra, Dua Sakmat. And Saturn is in Sagittarius Capricorn, Dua Geb, Dua Geb. So this transmission is offered for this alignment, and that this passage that we'll be going through for the next 2 months will bring about, like some of the things mentioned in the quote. Here at Horoscopes, we have our creativity and us being called forth as warriors with our creativity. We're light workers, healers, musicians, artists. And Saturn and Capricorn, well, Saturn deals with limitations and boundaries or transcending them. So we're talking about transcending time and space, basically, and having the courage to do so. Dissolving limitations and doubts and fears. So I'm going to be chanting the names of the netters involved with this alignment and whatever guidance comes through. Let's see if I can get them both. Not really. I don't want them to be too close. Do again. Do a wrong. Do again. Do a segment. Do again. Do a wrong. Do again. Do a segment. Do a wrong. Do again. Do a segment. Do again. Nukura. Nukuge. Nuku segment. Nuku game. Nuku wrong. Nuku game. Nuku segment. Nuku game. I use my creativity to break free of illusion. I use my creativity to break free from boundaries of limitation. I use my creativity for what is best for me. I use my creativity to manifest security. I break free of limitation, of creation. I dissolve attachment to time and space. I journey towards transcendence of this reality. Do again, do a wrong, do again, do a segment. Nakura, Naku segment. Naku game. Naku game. Supreme peace is the union of the opposites. Oh, peace, supreme peace, the end of duality. Do a wrong, do again, attend. Do a wrong, do again, attend. Nakura, Naku creativity. I break free from illusion through my creativity. I break free from limitation. As I dissolve limitation, I transcend creation. Beyond time and space, do a wrong, do a segment, do again, all day. Look around, look for segment, look again, look again, hotel. All right, so now I just want to do a little reflection and ponderings. I'm going to go back to the description because it's so amazing, because this totally describes what happened to me with people that I work with and people in my life. And it was all happening at the same time, and I couldn't see the solution. I didn't understand why it was happening. What was I doing wrong? Why were all these people? I was having conflict with all of these individuals, and I was doubting myself. I was doubting like everything that I've been doing. And it lasted for 2 or 3 days. And then I had, like I said in my introductory video, it just kind of flashed across my screen that they were conjunct. And I looked it up, and it just made so much sense. So I'm going to read it again. Maybe some people just joined in. This is the Cosmic Chimes and Chanting transmission for the solar Saturn opposition. And remember, in the Natarian tradition, the word Hatep means supreme peace, the end of duality. So this transmission is not that they're opposite each other, but that they're complementing each other. And I can just visualize them. Let's see. Well, on YouTube, I can show it. I don't know if I can show it on TikTok. At least I can. I know what I can do. I have the charts. Just let's see if I can screen share. Let's see. Window. There we go. Okay, and then TikTok, I can just switch the camera. Oh, I guess I don't know how to do that. No, I don't want to do that. So I just have to go like this. Let's see if you can see it. I'm not sure if you can see it. Well, anyway, we have Saturn all the way over here, and the Sun is over here. So you can see that they're opposite. I don't know if you got to see that. And let's go back to the website. So I'm going to read it one more time. Your effectiveness and your recent performance will be under the spotlight, as well as the usefulness of the life structure you have been utilizing. When the transiting Sun forms an opposition with your natal Saturn, you may need to shed, temper, rebalance, or let go of elements that have become a limitation. So that's about transcending limitation by letting go. And I had to reset my whole life and my schedule because it was just all over the place. You may also realize situations in which you need to erect stronger personal boundaries with others. In fact, I set a boundary with someone and they responded with threats and anger and cursing and yelling. It was crazy. In some cases, you may need to remove yourself from negative relational dynamics. If you are critiqued by an authority figure, do your best to find something constructive within the feedback to make improvements and effective modifications. This is not the time to become mired in self-doubt or insecurity. Be careful to not become overly harsh on yourself today. Maintaining compassion and acceptance for yourself is important so you do not become dragged down by excessive self-criticism. It will feel natural today to evaluate your own development. It is vital to do so in a way that increases clarity and helps you make impactful changes for your future. And one thing that I changed is I was telling people to keep a journal. I actually started up a journal. I realized my journal writing had just become like a to-do list that never ended. And so what I started doing is writing out questions for myself, and I've been getting so much clarity and really amazing answers, and it's really wonderful. Yeah, it's been amazing. So that's my new thing for this phase. All right, so I'm going to do a little bit more with this alignment. And so another thing I wanted to address is this new way of meditation that's been coming through. Thank you for the love. That's been coming through using sound, astrology, and sacred geometry. And I've been doing work with the chakras and my meditation, with the knitters and the tuning forks and the vibrations. And recently I've been adding the shapes that go along with the chakras. They call them platonic solids. And so this has to do with structure and using sacred geometry with astrology and sound to manifest. So this has to do with Gib and Ra, using creativity, I guess this is why I'm doing this, another one. Using our creativity to use our creativity to manifest structure and order. Because like I said, things are just like all over the place. I know that I have everything that I need, but I need to bring it together in structure and order. So this next section of this transmission is how we can use our creativity to manifest, structure and order, stability, So those are some of the qualities of Gan. So this one is not so much about the constellations, but about the forces that they represent. The first one was about the alignment, with Saturn being opposite of the sun. But this one is more about, using these forces to create and to manifest structure. So I'm going to talk a little bit about this meditation. I'm supposed to be writing the book. So each one of the platonic solids is for one of the chakras. So you have the sphere is for the crown chakra for Nebuchadnezzar. And then for Mer, for the first eye, we have the Merkaba. And this is the energy of Aset. And this is from Asmadaji Temple. You're not going to find this correlation exactly this way anywhere else. Aset for our intuition and our protection. That's the Merkaba shape. And then for the throat chakra, it's Sekhem. And this is symbolized by the, I don't know the Greek names yet. It's the one that looks like a soccer ball, the pentagon, solid figure. And this is Jehuti for communication and divine intelligence. And then the heart is the two pyramids attached together at the base. So it's kind of like a diamond shape. And that correlates to Ma'at, because we want our hearts to be as light as a feather. And then we have the Ob, the solar plexus chakra, that's Ra and Heru, and that is the tetrahedron. It's 3 triangles, and then the base is all, no, 3 triangles, and the base is also a triangle. So it's a 4-sided triangle. And that is our creativity, creation, our will, our drive. And then the womb chakra is Tech, symbolized by the icosahedron, which is like a 22 pointed star. And this represents Nut and giving birth to the light. And then the root chakra is the cube, and that is Geb. So this portion of the transmission is using our creativity to manifest, because then once you get the chakras, then you start to use the tree of life. And so we know everything is frequency and vibration. The only thing differentiating this mallet from the space around it is the frequency is different from the mallet to this space. And a long time ago, when I had the fortune of being handed a spleef that was laced with acid without me knowing it, I actually saw light particles moving along these boundaries between frequencies. And so when I had my revelation or whatever a month ago, that's what it was, is once you get the shapes and the frequencies, then, because those represent the building blocks of creation, as do the netters, the gods and goddesses. So then you visualize the motion of the light, the particles, the solids that I just talked about, moving through the tree of life and using that to manifest. So that's what this next portion is about. Looks like there's a comment. No, thank you. I am not going to do that. But thank you for caring. With our creativity, we create stability. Use our creativity. Manifest security. Use our creativity to create stability. Use our creativity. Manifesting security. I trust and believe. Trust and believe. I trust and believe. trust and believe. To arise, to again, to arise, to again. Look around, look again. Look around, look again. All right, tap. Thank you for tuning in. All right, so towards the end of that transmission, that offering, it dawned on me the relationship between Ra and Gib. So in the, I think it's called the Anunian creation myth, the one with Nebuchadnezzar coming forth as Kepra, and then Kepra creating the gods and goddesses, and then Nebuchadnezzar coming forth in human form as Asar. So in this myth, Ra is creation, Kepra is the creator, right? So in this myth, Ra as Kepra brought forth the gods and goddesses. And then later on in the myth, at the end of the day, Ra is, sits over the horizon, that Nut eats Ra, and then in the morning, she gives birth to Ra. And so towards the end of that, I started thinking how, Nut is the mother of Ra, and Geb is the father of Ra. After the initial creation, of course. Let's start thinking about that cycle of the cosmic forces. Yeah, this alignment is really important to me because in my birth chart, my personal birth chart, I have Saturn retrograde in Sagittarius and Jupiter retrograde in Sidereal Capricorn. So they're like opposite because Saturn is about limitations and Sagittarius is about travel and journey and expansion and awareness. And then vice versa, Jupiter is about expansion and Capricorn is about like the struggle, to get to the top. And so when things happen with Saturn, I really like feel in hardcore like I did with this one. So I'm going to do one more. Let's see. I think what I'm going to do now actually is bring the other tones because we also have, like I mentioned, 4 retrogrades. We have Saturn retrograde, Pluto retrograde, Neptune retrograde, and Jupiter retrograde. So I'm going to change the tones around. And get ready for the next transmission. So I really want to work with this Saturn energy. So we have Saturn retrograde and Sagittarius Capricorn. Neptune retrograde in Sagittarius Pisces. Jupiter is also retrograde in Sagittarius Pisces. And last but not least, Pluto is retro in Sagittarius. So this is interesting because three of these planets, close. Three of these planets are in their exalted position and they're ruling the constellation that they're ruling. Let me see here. Lyrics. So I'm going to put Ra away for a little while. And open it. Yes, and now I'm going to offer the portal opening cacao. Looking for the okay. So for this cacao, I went through the Budge dictionary and found words for portal opening, because at heteroscopes, a retrograde is not seen as something negative. It's seen as a portal opening. It's like an intense opportunity for awareness and understanding and transformation. Okay, so this is the wrong one. This one. Right, so we have some terms here. Like I mentioned earlier, the symbol for retrograde is the RX, which is the same symbol as for remedy or medicine. And so when we have a retrograde or a portal opening, see that as a remedy for time and space. So the terms for portal are neter T and tai T. And we have more than one portal opening, two or more. That's a kins or kinsui. And then the term for opening, we have several terms here. We have aten, unen, hetgat is a door opening. Saseni is to make open. Sasenti, seti is opening, break, or breach. And kahauti is an opening for light. And so here are the lyrics. So what's going to come next is the offering for the planets that are retrograde right now. We already did the solar Saturn opposition. And if you want more information on that, go to lightbeingwellness.com/solar-Saturn-opposition. Now we're going to go into the portal opening segment of today's program. And we have Saturn retrograde and Sagittarius Capricorn. Neptune retrograde inside your Pisces. And Jupiter is also retrograde inside your Pisces. And Pluto is retrograde inside your Sagittarius. So this transmission also pays tribute to Pluto, which is going through its Pluto return, the Pluto return of the United States of America. And so that signifies or symbolizes the destruction of the Western civilization. So this transmission is really to help strengthen us, encourage us, empower us to stand tall and strong while things around us are crumbling. Saturn portal opening, the limitations are dissolving, obstacles are being eliminated. Now, of course, there's boundaries that we put up to protect us, but then any boundaries that are limiting us, we're letting go of those. We're learning to release our emotions, which leads to our expansion, while at the same time, the transformation that comes about with the destruction of oppression, colonialism, racism, all of these things are going into this transmission. The lights are still kind of bright. Something's telling me to turn down the lights, change the vibe. Turn that all the way. That's better. 지우는 나처지었건 다치사세니 나처지사센티 다치사티 캔수위가하지 며칠 튀어진 잘 지우는 며칠 튀었건 잘 지서세니 며칠 지서센지 잘 지세지 캔수위가 하지 캔수위가 하지 캔수위가 하지 aligning with the cosmic forces, calling in the conduits of light, gatekeepers of the portal opening, show us the way. the light, to become the light, to be the light in the darkness. Breaking free of limitation, acknowledging our emotion, expanding our feelings as we thrive in this time of confusion, as oppression falls away. Colonialism fades away. Racism falls away. Step out, step forward into higher reality. Metutiatin, Taitiunin, Netertiatka, Taitisentin, Netertisenti, Taitisetin. Kinsuigati, 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 Om peace, 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 supreme peace, peace that is the end of duality. When I go to that space, I can hear the sound of the molecules and the particles moving. I know it sounds crazy, but that is what I feel. I can just feel those vibrations, the subtle movements of the gods and goddesses. You know, the Chef Sima Paut Neteru, the movements of the gods and goddesses, is the yoga posture system of Chateau Neter Sina Institute, Temple of Aset, and I've been working on a variation that I use in my personal practice that will be coming forth very soon, and it's based on the movements that I was describing earlier through the Tree of Life and the what is called the Platonic Solids. So if you missed that part, go back to the beginning of this video. Okay, so I'm going to read the translation again for those of you that just tuned in. That was the chant for the retrograde season. We have planets in retrograde here at Horoscopes. It represents a portal opening to enlightenment, to great awakening through like really intensified, concentrated experiences of this energy. And in addition to Saturn, Neptune, Jupiter, and Pluto being retrograde, Saturn and Neptune and Pluto are retrograde in their signs of rulership. We have uh, we have the solar Saturn opposition, and that transmission, we had two transmissions for that earlier in this offering, and that has Saturn retrograde in Capricorn opposite the Sun inside your Leo. So this whole thing is about these four planets, well, three planets and one star that are exalted in their sign of rulership. So to me, that's very auspicious. Okay, so the retrograde song. The terms Neter T and Tai T mean portal. And then we have two portals open as kins or kinsui. And these are from pages from the Budge Hieroglyphic Dictionary. I've posted the link somewhere. It's something about Hexalogos, Budge Hieroglyphic Dictionary. You'll find it. Two portals of heaven, kinsui, and then the terms for openings. Atin, Unin, Hetgat is a door opening. Seseni. Sure. Turned off the lights. That was hard to see. Seseni, yeah, to make open. Sesenti, seti is opening to break. I mean, a break, a breach, a tear. And kahauti is an opening for light. And so the two portals of opening of light is the term I use for like the conduits of, and there's more than one portal opening. It's a huge. And if you're able to see the chart, when I post a clip from this session, I will post the chart for tonight on YouTube. You can see it. You can see that there's four planets retrograde all on one like arc of the circle, which is also auspicious. Alrighty then. So for the last few minutes, if anyone is interested, I can do a pendulum reading. If there's anyone on this broadcast that's curious. Otherwise, I will close this out. Anyone has any questions about the solar return or any comments, go to lightbeingwellness.com/solar-Saturn- Okay. Let's see. The shades. These are pinhole glasses. They have holes in them that when you wear them, it forces your eyes to focus. Instead of squinting like this, you wear your pinhole glasses. And I've been wearing these for almost 20 years. I started wearing them in the year 2003. And I don't need reading glasses. I don't need prescription glasses. In 2003, I was going through reading glasses like a pair a week. I would step on them, I'd lose them, I'd sit on them, I'd break them. And I was visiting an elder and she told me, oh, try these on. So you can actually get these at lightbeingwellness.com/shop, or just go to lightbeingwellness.com and type in pinhole glasses in the search. They're about $20 plus shipping. And they're great. I love them too. Thank you for being here. Otherwise, I would just be making a recording. So it's really good that you're here because your energy keeps me going. All right. So if there's no questions for the pendulum, I will close this out with some more ohms. Thank you. So we started with counterclockwise, which is for opening things or removing blockages. And now we're going to close going clockwise because we want to seal in all of this good vibration and like I was talking about earlier, making it manifest, like solidifying it. Crystallizing the sound. Ooh, I like that. Crystallizing the sound. Hold on, I gotta write that down. Ooh, that rhymes. I'll share with you another little tidbit from the book that I'm writing. Let me write it down first. Crystallize the sound. Okay. So I'm working on this book about using the astrology, sound, and sacred geometry to manifest. Oh, someone joined me on YouTube. You joined me just in time for the ending, but you can watch the replay. And so that, of course, means using the netters, because the netters are cosmic forces of creation, cosmic forces of nature. And the solids that I talked about are like the building blocks of these cosmic forces, because it's different arrangements of these shapes that lead to the different cells and molecules and patterns and forces in nature. And this is all just coming from my observation and experience. This isn't something that I read. So So I was working on my trust and belief, because I was conditioned against belief over 30 years ago, and it's still very hard. Ooh, child, do it for tuning in, shadow music. Still very hard to trust and to believe. So I was breaking it down as it's a vibration, right? Everything is frequency and vibration. So there's a vibration of trust, and there's a vibration of frequency. So I made a list of what does trust feel like, and what does belief feel like. And it came to me that trust, well, first you have belief. And to me, belief is the goddess Nut. And trust is Geb. Trust is like solid and it's firm. And belief is more like starlight and stardust. That's how it is for me anyway. So that's what I'm going to be working with. Trust and belief, and learning how to use these cosmic forces to manifest. So what I have here is a wand. It's a nano crystal wand. It's a compressed quartz crystal here. And I first learned about these when this holistic nurse told me how to activate my water using chia seeds and pink Himalayan sea salt and a crystal. And she told me to get one of these nano wands to activate. So I'll be using this wand for trust, and I ordered some crystal powder. I'm going to be making like fairy dust. Yeah, I'm going there, guys. I'm totally going there into these casting spells, because their spells are what we say, what we speak into existence. And for so many decades, I've allowed doubt and fear and egoism to rule my mouth. And that's why the things in my life are the way they are. So I am totally changing that, and I'm getting ready to write a book about it. And it looks like somebody said they have a question. What is your question, KZ? Keys, sorry. I think there's a way to make the comments bigger. I learned about it today. Yes. Okay. Yes, Keys. Do you have a question, Keys? We're about to close out our session. It's been great. For those of you just tuning in, I hope you're able to go to YouTube and watch the replay. This very mellow session. After my meltdown earlier this week, I was really looking forward to this, to ground and center all the experiences that I've had yesterday and today, coming back from my meltdown. Solidifying, like we talked about, solidifying, using our creativity to solidify and create security and stability in our manifestings. Okay, well, Uja Patrick, thank you for tuning in. Jetty superpowers are coming back online. Don't be afraid to share yours. Thank you. Yes, it is kind of weird to be talking about it, but um, you know, if it's working for me, it's going to help everyone else too, because we've all got these cosmic forces. Should I wait to get another car? That is such a good question. Looks like I tied my pendulum into a knot, so I gotta get it untangled. Well, it sounds like you had a car before, so I don't know the situation, but the first thing I would recommend, and that reminds me of something that I did not do tonight, because it's still new to me. I'm going to write it down. I forgot to open the way with Anpu. So before I would get a car, I don't know what tradition you practice, what spiritual practice, but I would definitely check in with Ogun, the Nigerian Yoruba tradition. There is similar to the Netters in Kemet. The Orisha system is similar to the Netters in Kemet. And Ogun is the netter of metals and machinery and cars and trains and things like that. And I would definitely consult with Ogun before I got another car. Um, but anyway, let me find some sage. Or I need the pendulum. And like I mentioned at the top of the hour, at the beginning of this broadcast, what I have started doing is I used to write it. I write in my journal every day or almost every day, but this time what I've been doing is writing questions, asking myself questions, and then seeing the answer. Because that is just like, it's blowing my mind. Like the stuff I'm talking to you about right now is where it's coming from me talking to myself. I cut out like all my formal teaching and educations that I was doing and all my formal studies. I cut out sticking to the lunar calendar, cut out sticking to the Naturian calendar, and I'm just like finding my own rhythm, you know? And it has just been the best. Okay, so should Keys wait to get another car? It says no. No, you should not wait to get another car. Like I said, you should consult with Ogun or with someone who knows Ogun. And I've been given a really good contact for someone, an Ogun priest. And so if you're interested in that, reach out to me and I will send you the link. I think it's $42 for a reading. I don't know what involved. I was trying to get a friend of mine to do this because he was in like 4 or 5 car accidents. Bam, 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 bam. So, but he didn't do it. Yes, Anpu. I'm supposed to open each session with Anpu, or at least have his chime. So, let me see here. Yeah, I didn't do that. I opened it with the singing bowl, so at least I opened the way. When do you think the golden age of Kemet coming soon on this earth in time we are in? Okay, that is such a cool question because, the last time I was in Kemet, 2020, right? I was there when COVID hit. Yeah, my last vehicle was totaled. Okay, Keys, then you definitely need to consult with Ogun because when stuff like this happens, it could be something from our past life. Let me just check in. Is this from accident? Something from his past life? No. Is it ancestors? Yes, it's an ancestral issue. Okay. Is it maternal ancestors? Paternal ancestors? No. Okay. Okay, how many generations back? 1 generation, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So according to this reading, 16 generations ago on your maternal lineage, there was some sort of accident or incident involving metal. I don't know, maybe it was a spaceship in Kemet or something. Um, and so your lifetime is about cleansing that RU. RU is similar to karma. It's impressions from our past life, past experiences that's stored in our heart. And it leads to, until we cleanse it, it could lead to regret and sorrow and attachments that make us come back and back and back and back and back. So I would definitely consult with your ancestors. I would consult with Ogun. You could reach out to me and we could, go further with the pendulum reading and find some solutions. But I would definitely get this energy cleared before you buy another car. Yeah. Okay, so okay, yeah. So what the last time I was in Kemet was in 2020, right when COVID hit. I was there, and the message that I got was, back in the day, our ancestors fought valiantly, spiritually and physically, to unite Upper and Lower Kemet. And according to Dr. Ashby, that is the time when, in our spirituality, when we connect upper and lower self, higher and lower self. And so when I was there, the message I got was, now I need to come back to Turtle Island and work on uniting Kemet with Turtle Island, because according to my research, there was a Kemet here on Turtle Island before the one in Africa. And the one in Africa was set up as a memorial to what was already existing here in North, Central, and South Turtle Island. And so I feel that that's what we're ushering in. We are here, we are experiencing labor pains of this huge shift. Yeah. So I believe that it's happening. Like I mentioned before, the Pluto return for the United States of America and represents the crumbling of the Western Empire. And so when that's crumbling, the truth, Ma'at, is going to be revealed. That reminds me of a vision I saw. How many years ago? My first daughter was a baby. So that's like, oh my gosh, 35 years ago. I was visiting my in-laws' home in Laredo, Texas, which is on the border of Mexico, and they were followers of Yemaya. Well, the Virgin Guadalupe, and it was the first. They were like the first people that I knew that worshiped the goddess, literally. And I was there late at night. And I went out onto the patio by myself. It was like 1 or 2 in the morning, just to relax. And my mother-in-law, she came out. I was like, I heard the door. I can't sleep until I know the back door is locked. You have to come in and go to bed, lock the door so I can go to sleep. I said, okay. So when I came in, I let her go, and then I finished my thoughts. And then I came in, and when I was walking past one of the rooms, they had this narrow window with the blinds, the level or blinds or whatever. And when I turned over to look at the blinds, there was an image of the Pope, black and white, tall. You know how the long, like floor length window, level or blind. The black and white image of the Pope, and it ripped open like the zipper, like psh, and there was Virgin of Guadalupe. That was my first vision of the goddess. So that's what's coming to me right now. With the Pluto return, the Western Empire is going to disintegrate, and the truth about Ma'at and Kemet and Turtle Island is going to be revealed. So that is my prophecy. Now I don't know when. I don't have a date, but I'm writing it down. Now, This transmission occurred on the third quarter moon, and it was not planned. And the third quarter moon is supposed to, I was trying to set it up for global grieving for the Pluto return. So I mean, just do that for a few minutes. Just for a few moments. I'm just going to Om. And this is to signify, to reflect the fall of the Western Empire. Let's see. Yeah, I'm going to do Saturn too. I can do this without collapsing into a black hole. Here we go. Okay. So here's the global grieving to symbolize the fall of the Western Empire. With Pluto return. Got the Saturn. You know what? I'm going to add Leo. I mean the Sun, because we've got Pluto return, the solar opposition, the Saturn. I'm going for it. Ooh, I'm sitting there long anyway. Nice little break. Good. All right. Yeah, this would be nice. So these forces, for this transmission, we have Ra for the Sun, Geb for Saturn. Saturn is retrograde, so Geb portal opening. And Pluto is a star. So this is actually a really cool trinity. Because we have Ra, Geb, and a star. Oh, looks like we have another question. Yeah, I'm going to play the singing bowl at the end. I'm going to do one more transmission. All right. Cool. Awesome. Fabulous. Well, let's go. I'm just going to do this for a few minutes, and then I will do the singing bowl. Do a round, do again, do a song, do a round, do again, do a song. Do a round, do again, do a song. Do a round, do again, do a song. Look around, look again, look around, look around, look again, look around, look around. Look again, look aside, look around, look again, look aside, look around. Look Look around, look again, look beside, look around, look again, look beside, look beside. Yes, no matter what they throw at us, it's just their system crumbling, and it's just the old new system. Well, it's not new, it's just the old system that never really left. It's just being revealed. It's still there. It's just people forgot about it. Like in the myth where he knew people would forget him. That's what made him cry. All right, so we're gonna close out our keys. We want the information for the Ogun priest. When I post a replay, just somehow get in touch with me. I guess I could just post it there. I'll just post it in the comments for this replay. And I'm going to write down your name so I can tag you. And then you'll find it. I should be able to find it. Keys with the Z. Okay. Yes, it came to me that this alignment is in place till October. I don't know the ending date. So whenever we start to feel the vibrations that we felt during like August 13th, 14th, 15th, and 16th is when it cleared up for me. Then we can go back to this recording and it'll help us, because that's the whole point of these transmissions. Okay. Alrighty then. Well, dua for tuning in. And I'm so glad to read other people feel the same way that I do about Kemet and Turtle Island becoming one. And it's something that I've felt for decades. I've never really vocalized it that much. I did study that book When Rocks Cry Out by Horace Butler, and I got to meet Horace Butler in person, and I got to speak with him. In between my graduate studies in astronomy as a galactic astronomer and becoming a homeschooling soccer mom, reggae artist, I was in grad school studying cultural astronomy with Linda Sheely. I was on my way to becoming the Black Mayan hieroglyphic specialist. And, that's what came to me while I was in Kemet. It's time I studied these Kemetic teachings and the hieroglyphs and got a pretty kindergarten, maybe pre-K understanding of it. And now I'm going to get back into the Mayan. I was studying the Mayan prophecies, principles, the Mayan oracle system for a few decades. And then my teachers were from the north, people of the north. And after a while, they realized that their teacher had lied to them. And they made their announcement the same day that Jose Ardeas died, who was another person of the north that took the Mayan prophecies and the Mayan teachings and manipulated them He's the one that came up with the whole dream spell system. And when that all came out, I just walked away from it completely. But what came out to me while I was in Kemet is it's time to, bring them back together. So please keep following me and showing up and supporting it, the work, and let's see what we come up with. Do a tap. Thank you. Thank you for being here, my brothers on YouTube and the people on TikTok. Peace and love. Thank you.